Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. In this tumbler tutorial, we are going to make a kind of like distressed, super sparkly coffee mug for myself. So this is very Mal. You guys will see that very soon. So I started out with a mug that I got at Lululemon, and this is a mug that I had tested some engraving that I did for a friend's mug. So she had the same mug I did, and I just used my own mug as like a tester mug. And then I thought, well, I'll just cover that up and glitter it and make myself a glittery coffee mug. Like, I don't want to carry around a plain mug anyway. So I did my test engraving, sanded the rest of the tumbler down, spray painted it with Saint-Tropez spray paint from Rust-Oleum. Then I went in with some epoxy, and now I'm adding my glitter. The glitter I'm using is Wish from Chase Ray Creations. It is a beautiful chunky mix. It's got some like iridescent pieces in there. It's a really, really soft like Tiffany blue color, and on the Saint-Tropez base, it looks, oh, it's just beautiful. It's like my favorite color of all time, as I'm sure you guys know. Then after that, I went in with Mirakai. I think that's how you say it. I don't know, which is a fine cut. It's kind of this, I don't think it's the same color, but it's kind of the same idea. And I'm using that to fill in any gaps that Wish didn't get on my tumbler. So we've got everything super duper covered with glitter. I'm going to let this sit and dry for a couple hours, and then I'm going to go in with 2 coats of Flynn Sisters Supply Shop Artist Cure Epoxy, and now I have done a full round of sanding, as you can see here. So my cup is sanded, and I made a mistake, okay? I sanded my cup down, and then I added my white spray paint to this rough sanded surface, and I shouldn't have done that. So if you're going to recreate this design, learn from my mistake. I will show you how I kind of recouped from my mistake, because I was not giving up on this design. But what you want to do is make sure that you have a nice smooth epoxied surface before you add any paint if you're going to do a distressed look. If you're not going to remove your paint, it doesn't matter, but in the sanded surface, just like we do when we prep the cup, that rough sanded surface holds on to that paint because you've created like a grippy surface. So even though I'm going in with my acetone here and I'm removing the paint, you'll see that like dull sanded surface kind of come through, and it looks like there's a little bit of like wash on it, if that makes sense. Like the glitter isn't totally sparkly again. Like, you know, when you sand your cup down and then you get it wet and it kind of shines back up again, it's a good test to see if your cup will shine back up again. This is kind of the same idea. That paint is holding on to those little sanded spots I have. So you can see as I'm removing my paint, I've still got some dull white casted areas on the tumbler, and I'm going to try my best to clean those up. It was at this point that I was like, oh shoot, I really messed this up. But I just went with it. I'll show you how to like kind of keep going with it if you don't want to completely start over. You can recoup the design, but I would recommend doing your full round of sanding and then going in with another coat of epoxy and then applying your spray paint and doing your distress technique, okay? But we're just going to roll with it. Everything's fine. So as you can see, I'm going through and I'm removing some more paint from the body of the tumbler, and I'm going back and forth between my acetone and my 91% rubbing alcohol. Now, I would also recommend using acetone from the hardware store, like legit, real heavy duty acetone. This is like nail polish remover acetone, and it's not the best. So just get the heavy duty stuff. It works a whole lot better. Once I'm done removing all of this paint, I'm going to go in with my next coat of epoxy. And in this coat of epoxy, we are going to do a lot of work to kind of bring this design back to what it really was intended to be. So I've got about maybe 25 to 30 milliliters of my Flynn Sisters Supply Shop Artist Cure Epoxy. Now this is regular setting epoxy. It's not fast set. I wanted to make sure I had plenty of working time to like do all of the things I needed to do to fix the cup at this point. So the first thing I'm going to do is take Diamonds from Glitter Heart Company, and I'm going to mix that into my little cup of epoxy. This is an ultra fine, super sparkly glitter, and this is just going to give the entire surface of the cup a little bit of extra sparkle. It's going to help camouflage all of those little water spots that we have on the cup from painting too. I forgot to mention that I painted this when it was raining outside. That's why it's got all those weird spots on it. Whatever. I was just doing all of the things today. So we're going to put that on the tumbler all over, not just in the spots that are sanded down and distressed. We're going to put that all over our main coat of epoxy. I'm going to let that spin and level out for just a couple minutes, and then I'm going to go in with quartz. This is a new color from Chaseray Creations. This came in one of the more recent subscription boxes, and it's a kind of like gold shifting white chunky glitter with a little bit like champagne vibe to it. So I'm going to take that, mix that into the remaining bit of my epoxy. So I've got diamonds and quartz now mixed in, and I'm going to put this mainly in the distressed areas, but also kind of all over the white. You guys know me, I wanted to add way more glitter. I felt like the plain white paint was just not doing it for me. So I'm adding quartz very, very thinly, just all over the design really. We are going to add even more glitter after this. So you don't want to put too much of this on your cup at once. Keep these two coats really, really thin because we don't want to have like a million milliliters of epoxy on our tumbler. Then it's just going to be not even. It's going to be super wonky and you don't want to like overload your cup. So keep these two coats really, really thin, and we're not letting them cure in between. This is the same coat of epoxy. So super thin layer of just diamonds. And then we mixed in quartz with the remainder of the epoxy that had diamonds in it. And now I'm going over it with a little bit of the quartz as well. So we're doing like half coats, if that makes any sense at all. Again, we're going to let that spin for just a minute or two, and then we're going to go in with more glitter, like I said. So I'm taking Wish again, which is the same color that we used for the first glitter coat on the tumbler. And I'm going to take this just in my fingers, and I'm going to very heavily concentrate it in those sections of paint that we distressed. So where we're having a little bit of peekaboo, where the sanded marks are, where it's kind of dull, I'm really going to put this Wish glitter over those sections just to give them the shine that they deserve. It's not totally perfect, of course, but it brings a little bit more of the like sparkle to the forefront and actually adds a lot of really cool dimension. I thought it ended up looking honestly pretty legit. My mistake turned into a nice thing. I very much Bob Rossed this. I was like, no mistakes, just happy accidents. So I'm just going to really concentrate that in all of those spots. And then we are going to let this coat of epoxy spin and cure for at least 12 hours. After that 12 hours is up, I'm going to add another coat of just plain regular epoxy over this to smooth the cup out so that we can add all of our decals in first round of like real design elements here. So for our design elements, I'm going to use some disco balls, which are like my favorite thing ever, and some florals, little like cute little daisy florals. So the disco balls are just scrapbook stickers from the craft store, and then the flowers are UV DTF decals that I think I probably got on Temu like a year ago. I don't know, I've had them forever. And I'm going to just place these randomly all over the cup. I'm not paying any attention to where the distressed spots are really. I'm just putting the stickers and DTFs where I think they look good. The distressed and glitter and all of that is really just background so that some of our decals, like these disco balls, they're kind of like clear-ish, not clear, but like they're on clear, if that makes sense. I don't know. I just want them to pop a little bit more. So I'm putting those maybe a little bit more on the white versus on the turquoise glitter, but they show up on any color background, as you can see. So I'm just going to continue putting these all over. I don't want to fill it up too much, but I want there to be enough of the elements, obviously, that you get the gist of the design. We are also going to put a decal on this tumbler later, so just keep that in mind if you plan on doing the same thing. Kind of have an idea of what side your decal is going to go on. Maybe you put less elements there because you don't want to cover them up completely, or if you want to just put your elements wherever and then figure out where your decal goes later, that's fine too. All right, and then we're going to take this right into another coat of epoxy, again, to smooth out our surface so that we can put our decal down. This is still the Flynn Sister Supply Shop Artist Cure Epoxy, so I'm going to wait probably about 24 hours before I go in and add my decal. You don't have to wait that long. I usually like to wait at least 12 before I do any sort of sanding or decal application or anything to my cups when I'm using regular setting epoxy. Okay, so after that coat of epoxy, our cup is ready for the decal. For the decal, we're going to use a hand-lettered file by me. It's one of my favorite quotes. It says, "She believed she could, so she did." I just have always loved that quote. I feel like belief is half the battle. Like just believing you can do something is half the battle. That's so deep, but anyway, we're going to do a double offset for this decal. So for the bottom layer, I'm going to use this really cool vinyl from TECKWRAP Craft. It's kind of like a pastel marble situation, and you can't really tell that I use this vinyl because I used it on the very back, but I wanted to give it a little bit of extra something. It kind of ties in all of the floral colors together, and I just really wanted to use the vinyl. So we're going to use that for our bottom layer of the offset. And then for the middle layer, I'm using a dark gray holographic chrome vinyl, also from TECKWRAP Craft. And then for the top layer, we're going to use some silver textured metallic vinyl, also from TECKWRAP Craft. After our decal has been applied, we'll add our final 2 coats of epoxy, and that's it. This tumbler is all done. So here is the final result. Look at that holographic outline of the decal just sparkle in the sun. I really love how this turned out. Even though we had a little bit of a hiccup in the middle, it all turned out fine. It's super sparkly, super pretty, and I can't wait to drink so much coffee from this mug. All right, thanks so much for watching. As always, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my new videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Love you. Bye. Hello friends, thanks so much for watching this video. I want to say a huge special thank you to my elite fam, my channel members, and my subscribers. You all make this channel possible, so thank you so much for being part of the fam. If you want more exclusive content from me, you can join my elite fam at patreon.com/elitefam. You can find my tumblers and digital files on my website madebymalstudio.com. And if you'd like to follow me on social media, you can find me on Instagram at madebymal_studio. Here's another video for you to check out, and I'll see you soon. Thanks so much for watching. Love you. Bye.